Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. This is the unofficial translation for chapter 337, just went up a few minutes ago. Last chapter was extremely emotional, and not only did it break my heart, because Aoyama, for all intents and purposes, has never really been like a big character, but the little crumbs that Horikoshi has dropped since literally the USJ, it's remarkable how the needle just connects all of them together in like one fine thread. There's more than I can just sit here and talk about in this video. Go look it up. Like Horikoshi has put so many small details involving Aoyama throughout the story, and his backstory is tragic. I can only imagine like him being someone who was born quirkless and having this both gift and curse of having a quirk with him. First of all, he has a quirk. He's able to become a hero like I was always dreamed. The curse being, A, it's not compatible with his body, so it hurts him. And B, the way he got it was like basically, as everyone was saying in the comments last week, he made a deal with the devil. Well, it wasn't really his choice to make a deal with All For One. It's the parents who, people were bagging on the parents. Like, I don't think they were smart either, but they were just trying to help their kid. And it just leads to this really sad situation where now we're in the forest and Deku and Hagakure are confronting him. And, sorry, just something that was making noise there. Weird. Yeah, and it's just so sad. And, I don't know. So, I don't know what's going to happen next. Thankfully, this week, nothing was spoiled for me. Last week, the fact that it was revealed in that chapter was spoiled for me, but nothing else was. It was still a very emotional chapter. So let's just dive on in. I'm really curious to see how Deku is going to handle this situation. What I want to happen is for him to just give him a big hug and say it's going to be okay. But all right. First panel, we get a shot of. Okay, so this is outside All For One side out. Friends, huh? The traitor has been revealed. Meanwhile, the symbol of fear is ... To the left, we have Dobby. But if they're exposed, won't it become a problem for us? All For One says, not at all. What do you do with a cheap lighter that stops working? As we get Twice trying to comfort Shigaraki, who's just writhing in pain/agony on the ground. If he's successful, it's a plus for us. If he fails, I might be a little disappointed. In that case, we'll just cast him aside and go about the next possible route we can take. Okay. Something people were worried about is, could Aoyama blow up here, like a Nagan style? Last time we saw someone like disappoint All For One, they blew up. I personally don't think that's going to happen for whatever reason, because Aoyama stuff happened so long ago. And the Nagant situation was recent, and All For One like took that into account as to what was going on with Deku. Deku was an unknown quantity back then, so I don't think he would have like a bomb in Aoyama, but I could be wrong. Be really sad if that was the case. He isn't anything more than a disposable tool, but it's even better if he can entertain us for a while. As we cut back to Deku and Hagakure in the forest. And there in the foreground, in the background, you have the two parents and Aoyama. Deku has come face to face with his friend's betrayal. Chapter 337, A Disposable Life. Oh no. Okay. That could be fine or not fine. A disposable life. Maybe, hopefully it's disposable in the sense that Aoyama just probably feels really shitty, which we know is the case. Yuga, run! As the parents grab him and try to carry him away. Wait, shouts Deku as he lunges at him, and Hagakure can't tell if she stands there or lunges. You can't see her legs. Don't know. Both Maman and Papan, and they're just crying their eyes out. And so is he. Were extremely concerned for me because I was quirkless. Okay, so we get more of a fleshed out backstory with Aoyama. Okay. So now it's hit little baby Aoyama, little baby, his parents. This is sad. By all means, if you disagree with what the parents did, that's one thing. But they clearly loved their kid and they wanted to just make him happy. Dumb decision they made, but they're both holding little baby Aoyama, and I assume they're a rich family. That's how they were able to afford like the gear and stuff. And he's obviously kind of like fancy himself. So both of them were supposedly from wealthy family. Oh, they just said it right there. Both of them were supposedly from wealthy families. They raised me in luxury without an inconvenience in sight. And that's why. Okay. So yeah, they just every imagery we've ever had of Aoyama and his backstory, like the little snippets we've had, they're always like kind of nice, lavish houses and stuff. And that's why. I'm sure that they were more hurt by it than I ever was. The fact that I was different. That's why, even while trying their best to make things work, they wish for nothing but my happiness. See, just like that. Like, I don't, like, yeah, what they did was dumb. I don't hold it against them, though. Like, they were just trying to help their kid. They were desperate. So, yeah, I can see why people would be mad, but that's when they came across a rumor. And so we see two silhouettes of people talking. I've seen it. They can give away quirks freely. Although the quirk I received was not compatible with my body at all, and we see a little toddler / small kid, Aoyama, hurting with his stomach. Maman and Papan, with all my hardships in mind, still raised me lovingly. As we get the shot we've seen in the anime and stuff too, where he first gets his belt, and it's either like a Christmas present, a birthday present, or whatever. But that's really cute. That's the parents are taking pictures. They're so happy for him. Yeah, like I don't know. I feel so bad. This whole situation is so sad to me. Because being different is scary. That's the line he said in the previous chapter. I think he said, and during the flashback, that being different is scary. And thus, my dream to become a hero that shows sympathy and compassion began, as we see the smiling parents. One day, just as we were getting comfortable in our lives once again, as we see Aoyama, I assume getting ready for school or something. He's just like happy. Dude, Aoyama, Aoyama, can we just acknowledge that Aoyama is such an important character now? He always was all along. That's the beauty of it, but it's crazy. Make sure you get into UA. There's a rumor floating around that All Might is going to become a teacher, and this must be All for One's orders. That's really creepy. We have All for One's words, and then the backdrop is that beautiful cherry blossom that we've seen throughout the series. I love the cherry blossoms. Oh, shit. Okay, now it's getting really dark, the panels. Uh-oh. For the people. ... Tell me when the class will be isolated. Oh, shit. Okay, we're going one by one for all the things that he was ordered to do. For the people... ... And then the bubble. Tell me when the class will be isolated. In order to make them happy... ... Tell me where the training camp will be taking place. Dude, the imagery here is crazy. For everyone's sake, I will. Now that Midoriya has returned to UA, lure him out and isolate him. Oh my god, wait. What's about to happen? This is according to plan, because Deku's pretty much isolated. Oh man, I'm getting ahead of myself. The imagery here is so good. Behind each of these three panels, the first one is Aoyama. I presume this is during the USJ attack. He's just hiding behind some rubble. Second one is where he's hiding behind the bush, and he's worried that Dabi sees him. By the way, USJ, don't forget, Aoyama shot the laser that hit Mr. Compressed and saved Tokoyami and almost saved Bakugo. So I applauded him at the end of my last episode. I went on a rant on how awesome Aoyama has been and how much I respect him now. But anyway, and then this last one, it's just super wide-eyed crying Aoyama. Scrolling down, Aoyama says, and he's saying this shivering because the words are all shaky. That letter you left us. When I found out that you were quirkless just like me, and we get Deku. Oh shit, danger sense. The danger sense little lightning bolt is going over Deku. Uh-oh. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Please don't. Okay, before I scroll down, please don't tell me A, he better not blow up. I'll actually be pissed. I think that'd be so stupid. B, whatever All For One was saying about get Deku isolated, I hope that's not about to come in like to play right here. They're close to UA, so I'd imagine this isn't isolated enough. So hopefully that's not it. Hopefully it's, I don't know. I fell into, stop Aoyama-kun, shouts Deku, the deepest pits of despair. And it looks like Aoyama's about to, yep, he's about to fire a laser at Deku. Yo, no, Aoyama, no. Naval. And then Deku's All For One, and oh my god. I don't even want to scroll any further, because Aoyama is just crying as he's doing this attack, and Deku, he's activating All For One, but... Oh, no, One For All, I should say. And he just looks like he's just so sad to be doing this. Laser. Oh, Hagakure coming in, doing the reflect, the whoosh, pew, deflection. Dude, okay, nice Hagakure. You always forget she's there. Haha, joke, she's invisible. But like, boom, that was a cool moment. Getting in between these two. We get a shocked expression from both Aoyama and Deku. My body has the ability to warp light, says Hagakure. As we get a really cool shot of Hagakure, like one thing that about Hagakure I've always liked is Horikoshi does hands really well, and that's just the character of hands. That's all she got. She got shoes too, but like we just get this badass smoke coming off her hands pose as she does this. My body has the ability to warp light. Fizzle. All of us could have died. Oh, wow. Whoa, wait. Okay, wait a second. Wait, okay. As the smoke's clearing, we're getting like a silhouette of Hagakure. We've never, ever had that before. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Don't tell me. I swear, if she has had the ability to like turn her invisibility off all this time, I will lose my shit. That would be the funniest thing. But what a moment to reveal it. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm freaking out. Maybe this is just like a visual effect. But we see like a silhouette. And all of Japan has been thrown into chaos. As we see, again, a silhouette of Hagakure. Like, it's not very clear. It's kind of like... Okay, we just got a face reveal for Hagakure. This is not a drill. Hagakure's face has been shown, at least partially. I never thought that would happen unless they revealed that like she could always turn it off, which I always kind of wondered if she could. And you still had the nerve to sit in the same classroom as us, she shouts. As she's just crying, you just see her crying. Damn, dude. Damn. Oh, that's such a good moment. Oh, that's... Okay. Okay. I love this. I love how Hagakure stops the fighting. I mean, that's so badass to have a way to like reveal her face by having like by using the smoke to kind of like hit against the features of her face and like drift away. So it's revealing the shape and like the outline of it without actually like, we don't know what color it is or anything, but like okay, I know we're in the middle of an intense moment here, so let me continue. By the way, she looks cute. She looks like, I mean, we only see this unofficial scan isn't super clear, but like you see half her face, you see one of her eyes and her mouth, and like she has hair. People had always theorized that she was like bald or something. No, she definitely has hair, because I think she's worn stuff in her hair before. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. You lived in the same dorm as us. Well, let me do the justice and go back to the beginning of this. I don't want to just pick up from right in the middle. My body has the ability to warp light. All of us could have died as the smoke fizzles away. All of Japan has been thrown into chaos as she clenches her fists. And you still had the nerve to sit in the same classroom as she's crying and we see her silhouette. You lived in the same dorm as us. Didn't you, Aoyama-kun? As Aoyama is just crying his eyes out. You're wrong. Yuga is, says the parents. And then Deku interrupts, Black Whip over the parents and Aoyama. That has to be so sad. I bet you never thought Deku probably never thought I'd have to use these moves against my own classmates, the people that he's trusted and loved and protected the entire series. This is so good. Aoyama-kun, Hagakure-san. Says Deku. She did this so that you wouldn't have to hurt anyone else. Let's stop this already. Let's put an end to all of this now. As we, again, the two parents constrained by Black Whip. Deku is on top of Aoyama, wrapped him in Black Whip, and Aoyama is still just crying. Oh, now Deku's crying. Oh no. Oh no. My heart. Oh, these are like I love Class 1A so much. I've said, if anyone's been a mainstay of my series, of my reaction series, you'll know, like, I hold Class 1A just, like, near and dear to my heart. I feel they are the heart of the show to me. They are why I am so invested in this. Sure, the villains and stuff are cool, and the side characters are cool, but, like, these kids' journey from becoming little, like, kids to just adult heroes is just so cool. Like, and just to feel the heartache and betrayal. Deku, I can't even imagine what Deku's feeling right now, man. All right. We cut to a shot of UA, the four big towers of the main building. Cutting to a hallway, it looks like. Oh my god, okay. Now comes the aftermath. I see. So he was even given a quirk and ended up being controlled. We get Aoyama and his two parents tied up in chairs, and we have Sansa, the cat, tying him up. And in front, we have Nezu, who, I don't know, like, it's so funny to me that Nezu's here, because he was always my prime suspect for the traitor, but he's in the clear for now. We have All Might, Tsukauchi, Present Mike, Ectoplasm. We haven't seen Ectoplasm in a long time. I don't remember the last time we've seen Ectoplasm. He's here. Oh my god, an All Might, dude! He's got the look of someone just kicked him in the nuts. He does not look good right now. He looks so sad. It was appended to him around 10 years ago, huh? If he's safe even now, then it doesn't seem like there are any mechanisms for him to blow up like Nagant when she turned on All for One. Okay, immediately putting that to rest. I like that. Again, I thought that would have been so dumb if Aoyama blew up too. Nezu turns around and says, if all of you could please just step away for some time. Oh no! Oh no! No! I don't know if I can handle this, guys. The students came in. No! And Mina's crying! Okay, that's the final straw. Mina's crying. That's not okay. Okay. They're all just in shock. There's no way in hell, says Todoroki. Okay, I'll do a roll call in here a second. There's no way in hell we're staying away from this, Kaminari finishes. Alright. Oh god. Am I gonna be okay after this? This is gonna hurt. Alright, from right to left, from everyone that I can see, I'm assuming that's Kirishima, Mineta. I think that was Ida's costume that he was wearing next to Todoroki. He's covered by a speech bubble. Todoroki, Uraraka, Shoji, Mina, who is holding on to Jiro, and she's crying. We have Jiro, Kaminari, and that's Tsukuyomi. So I'm assuming they're all here, but these are the only ones we're seeing in the shot. Yeah, okay, we have Ojiro here too. Pardon me, guys. I'm just... This is big, man. Ojiro says, if Hagakure-san didn't expose you, what exactly were you planning to do? And then we get Hagakure kind of standing next to him. Those two have been buddies for the entire series. I'm glad that they're still buddies. Aoyama, shouts Kirishima. Tell me that this is all a lie. He's standing next to Momo. And they're both just distraught. We have Bakugo, who surprisingly looks like the calmest one so far that we've seen. He's standing next to Deku, who's also looks calm, but you can't see Deku's eyes. They're under shadow from his hair. This is... Bakugo says, a quirkless child given a quirk. Sounds like someone else we know. Dude, this is such a somber moment. He says that, and we cut to Deku and Aoyama back to back right after that statement, and can't see Deku's eyes. And then you see Aoyama, who, while he's still crying, the energy is gone from his face. He just, for all intents and purposes, he looks dead inside. Kind of like Deku. Sukauchi says, unfortunately, we still have to follow proper protocol here. Tell me everything you know about All for One. The dad says, I know nothing. We were simply asked to carry out orders from him. If we failed, we would be killed. If we lied, we would be killed. How do you know that, says Sukauchi? He showed us examples. Oh, God, All for One, you are something else, man. People who defied him were disposed of like garbage, as we get a shot of, presumably All for One standing over a dead person on the ground. There's blood everywhere. If you ran to tell the police, you would be killed the moment you stepped out of their building. There was no escaping him. The dad continues to shiver as he says, no matter where you went, he would know, and death would follow. We were just following orders. Yuga had no idea. All he knew is not to let anyone find out. We are the ones at fault here. And he still had the nerve to sit in the same classroom as us, Aoyama thinks to himself as he's just sitting in the chair. What a great moment. That's, without question, Hagakure's best moment. She just laid into him right there. That, oh my God. And they were, those two were buddies throughout the series. They were always together. So much so that people thought that they were both the traitors. It was the next shot we have is Ida behind all the students, in front of all the people that could have died because of me. Though this is Aoyama saying this, in front of all the people that could have died because of me. I had the nerve to hang out with you guys and laugh as if I was one of you. To see you, a former quirkless person like me, knowing that you were struggling with the burden of fighting All for One, I despaired at my own misery. As we get a shot of Deku, who again can't see his eyes. Aoyama, by the way, I always say Aoyama. I know it's Aoyama. I'm just in the bad habit of calling him Aoyama. Apologies. When I put my own despair before your heavy burden, I realized I was rotten to the core. And all these speech bubbles, by the way, are very squiggly. Aoyama is definitely in a dark place right now. This is the depths of his heart and his soul that's coming out right now. I realized I was rotten to the core as we see Deku starting to grit his teeth, clench his fist. The Aoyama Yuga you know is a filthy villain through and through. As Deku's just clenching his fist even harder. Then why, says Deku, did you help Tokoyami-kun and Kachan at the training camp? Yep. I love how Deku brought that up. That is good. And we get a shot of him hitting Mr. Compress in the face with the laser. And we get a shot of Tokoyami and Bakugo. They're definitely interested. Obviously, they're all interested, but they were the ones involved. Was the cheese from that night signifying that you were doing as All for One ordered? No, right? I didn't realize it then. It was an SOS, wasn't it? Shouts Deku. Why are you crying right now? It's not because you couldn't do as All for One wished, right? I know a certain hero. Even though All for One controlled her mind, She would never, ever give up, as we see Nagant laying on the ground after the explosion. That only her mind was crushed, but never her spirit. Young Midoriya, All Might, interjects. If I knew earlier, things could have been different by now. Someone thinks. Oh, this must be Deku's thinking to himself. Deku continues, no one should be named a villain for the rest of their lives just because they committed a crime. Take my hand, Aoyama-kun. And Bakugo suddenly, like, a little expressiveness from him. We can choose how to enter this fight. Is that your play, Deku? You can still become a hero. Will Deku's words reach him? Chapter 337 end, as we end with Deku crying, but saying all this to Aoyama, who's just this defeated student sitting in a chair. I am genuinely amazed at how good these last two chapters have been. For those of you who have been following my reactions for a while, you know how much I have just been wanting students. Like, yeah, we see them, but for a while now, since the war, essentially, they've been kind of like background material. And now we're getting, not in the way I thought, not at all how I thought. What I wanted was these bubbling emotions and these students of everything that's happened to sort of be unleashed. Losing friends and teachers in the war. Like the fact that you fought a war as children, essentially. Or teens, whatever. You're still children. And how, like, the thoughts of, like, Deku going rogue and the whole country being in ruin, essentially. And, like, all I've wanted was to hear each and every one of how they're coping as a person. Like, we're nearing the end of the series, and I think each of them deserve some time to have that venting nature. And hopefully this is the start of, like, every student just getting something. Just and it doesn't have to be like big things. I just want, because we have one in-world universe week left before whatever final battle happens. And my one hope is, since they're all at UA, talk about these things that are like, just, I don't know. I know a few chapters ago, Jiro, before the Star and Stripe stuff, Jiro said, like, let's have another concert. Who knows if that'll actually happen? Maybe that was her just trying to, like, be nice and say, like, let's put on a show for these people who are hurting. I'd like that if we did, but if something else, that's fine too. But what do you know? We get the traitor reveal. And not only the traitor reveal, it's just so masterfully done. I kind of backed off looking at Twitter threads and stuff since the last couple weeks because people are just so negative on Horikoshi sometimes, and it's just like listen, just let it play out, because this is so good. This is so good. Gosh. We're getting a lot from Deku too, like a lot of emotion from him. And Aoyama, who, a character that we just knew so little about, he's just, and the best part is, none of it feels out of the blue. It all makes sense now. When he was being weird and he was telling Deku, like, about the cheese messages, and like, and now you realize the pain he was going through when he did risk it to save Tokoyami and Bakugo. It's so great, man. And here at the end, this is, in my eyes, and I remember back in it would have been chapter 1, I think at the end of chapter 1 or 2 or something, where Deku is kneeling before All Might and he's crying, this quirkless person, you know, and All Might reaches out his hand and he says, "You too can become a hero." We've come full circle. Deku just said, you can become a hero. You can still become a hero. It's crazy. With All Might like right behind him. You can't make this shit up, man. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know. It's just, this is so good. Where does it go from here, man? Like, oh, and the shot of the students all seeing this just breaks me, man. It hurts my heart. Why does Mina have to cry all the time? I get it. She's emotional. It just makes me so sad. First of all, when she was ugly crying over this might be like development for Mina too, because while she hasn't had anything since the war, a lot of me and other people are theorizing that Mina's whole thing is like she doesn't want to lose anyone else. She wants things to return to normal. She doesn't like the way things are anymore. And especially remember when she like ran into Deku and they're all trying to reel him in. She says, "Can you just please come back to school? We have like classes to attend. Let's just come back with us. Let's go back to normal. We don't lose anyone else." She was one of the people who stumbled across Midnight's body, you know, and we know that was really traumatic for her and Kirishima. And here now you have a classmate who you've really bonded with and like trusted over this last year plus, and you find out it's a traitor. Like your whole life is definitely not going back to normal, and it continues to get worse. Not only are you losing people in death, but you're also like losing people from betrayal. It's just like, this could add up a lot to Mina. Whether they do anything with it or not, I don't know, but that's just kind of what it feels like her setup has been. Crazy. As someone who never thought, I'll take the L here. I thought the traitor theory, by the way, is the L backwards? I can't tell because it's I think it might have been backwards, whatever. I'll take the 5 L's I just put on my head. I, for the longest time, was telling people, like, listen, this traitor thing is never getting revealed. It's getting pushed to the sideline. And I said, if it does get revealed, it's going to be someone who, like, doesn't make sense because, like, when he was revealed to be Hagakure, or fake revealed to be Hagakure, everyone was complaining, saying, why couldn't it be someone more impactful? Why couldn't it be Ida? Why couldn't it be, like, Uraraka? And I'm just like, do you not understand? Those characters have clearly been set up in a way that they're not a traitor. We've seen so much insight to their soul, to their being, to where that wouldn't make sense. It would undermine everything that they had been through as characters. The reason people want to see those people as traitors is, because those characters have had development. So that it would be shocking, but it wouldn't make sense. Like, this, and I'm so blind to have not seen this, but like, this is the ultimate path they could have gone, and it's excellent. It's phenomenal. Aoyama is such a tragic tale, and the pieces were there all along, and it's so good. Well, I've rambled on long enough. Hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. By the way, thank you guys for the last video. I challenged you guys to reach 200 likes on the video. We got to 180, so we got close. Can we reach 200 on this one? Let's find out, huh? Hagakure face reveal, all of that, man. Really good stuff. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. I thought this is a fantastic chapter. I mean, it hurt my heart. I feel heartbroken seeing my lovely students just in shock over like the betrayal, and like, I want Deku to just give him I still want him to give him a big old hug. Just a big class 1A group hug. Like, they have to understand that like his situation. If I get a class 1A group hug next chapter, I don't know. I will whatever, something ridiculous. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this chapter, and leave your thoughts down below. Until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.